Dan, thank you, and welcome to U.S. Airways Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. It is the Phoenix Suns, and of course their new center, Shaquille O'Neal, against Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics. Hello, everyone. We've got another sellout crowd here in the Valley of the Sun, although a lot of rain today. All right, Yubi, he's played, I know, only one game, but give me your evaluation of the Big Cactus's first game here in Phoenix.
Well, I thought he was very solid, Mike, with the points, the rebounding, block shots, but where he made it, he made them a better offensive rebounding team. 16, and then also they dominated the boards. So his presence alone opened it up for Amari Stoudemire.
But it was a loss to the Lakers on Wednesday night. Meanwhile, our starting lineups brought to you by AT&T for the visitors on this West Coast trip. Garnett, Perkins, and Pierce up front, with Rondo and Allen in the backcourt for Doc Rivers. They're 0-2 so far on this 5-game West Coast trip. And for the Phoenix Suns, Grant Hill and Amari Stoudemire now at the forwards with Shaquille O'Neal, Raja Bell, and Steve Nash. And let's welcome in our sideline reporter for tonight, Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, Mike, but listen, Mike D'Antoni's plan for Shaquille O'Neal these first 3 games was just to play him about 20 minutes or so a game, but that plan went way out the window. In Shaq's debut on Wednesday night, he played almost 29 minutes, and D'Antoni said that Shaq kept telling him, "Coach, I'm fine, I can play." So D'Antoni let him play. So look for Shaq to be in there another 28 to 30 minutes again tonight. And the Suns may need even more from the big fella, Mike, because Amari Stoudemire has a really bad cold. And I was talking to him before the game, and he said that his chest and his nose are really congested, but he's going to try to fight through it.
Yeah, he had the old towel over the head for a while there, but will be in the starting lineup. And Yubi, maybe the most important part of Shaquille O'Neal's debut with the Phoenix Suns was how he felt the next day, which he said felt great.
Yeah, and according to the coaching staff and the trainers, everybody was extremely pleased. He ran hard, a full 1-hour practice, didn't miss a beat. So it's nice to see. It's uplifting. The excitement is here. Now what they have to do is put together some solid wins.
Exactly. As the team now 37-17. It's so funny to hear guys like Steve Nash talk. They're 20 games over 500, one of the best records in the NBA. Yet Nash will tell you, you know, we've struggled a little bit this year, but we're excited about the possibility of Shaquille O'Neal making us to be the best team in the league.
Well, I think, Mike, when you step back from it, they're 16-15 against the West, and they're 5-12 with the plus 500 teams that are in the playoff in the Western struggle here. 9 teams.
So some of the matchups early. Perkins is on O'Neal. Quick move from Shaq, but they wave it off. Offensive foul. Used the left arm to clear some space. And O'Neal, who had 5 fouls in his debut, picks up 1.
Well, there's no need tonight. Now that you can see he dropped the left arm. That was an easy call. But he doesn't need that tonight because just with his quickness, you know, you can see he's tipping in now somewhere around 3:15. So you can see there's very little body fat out there. And he's quick. He's quick to flick right now.
Now, every player is different and every team's different. But when a guy such as Shaquille O'Neal joins a team, as Pierce's first shot will not go, how long does it take for a veteran like that to feel acclimated?
Well, you see, they don't run that many set plays. Everything is just pick and rolls in the middle of the floor here. You're going to see they changed Shaq's routes. When he played in Miami, on every play he would go down and set up on the left box. Well, here he can't do that. They want him to run to the front of the rim so they can hit him on the break and then also set screens at the top of the circle and at the foul line area. Well, that's new for him, so we'll see.
Some new stuff for the old guy, who's going to be 36 next month.
Nice.
Hill finding Stoudemire. Stoudemire throws up a wild shot and gets the bounce. Boy, he loved the impact of Shaquille O'Neal. He had 37 and 15 Wednesday with his new teammate.
Got to the line 11 times, Mike, and he had 6 offensive rebounds. With the big cactus or the big diesel, whoever he wants to be, he takes up a lot of space.
Loves the nicknames. Rondo's first shot is good. Rajon Rondo. As the Celtics, as we mentioned, they dropped the first 2 games of their 5-game trip, losing in Denver and Golden State, giving up a ton of points. They've admitted their defense, which has been the best in the league, as Hill misfires, has been off the mark a little bit. The development of the Boston Celtics throughout the course of the year, obviously Garnett missing 9 games, had Doc Rivers shuffle the lineup a bit. But have you liked what you've seen from the start to now?
Right, the defense has been excellent, except on this trip. They gave up 124 in Denver, and the next night 119 at Golden State. Well, you're playing the playoff teams here in the West. So let's see what you do in the building here this evening.
Here comes Hill. Hill has been playing some super basketball. At that time, that's Stoudemire on the follow. So much for a little case of the flu.
Well, that's an extension of what he did in here Wednesday night. You already brought it up, Mike, the 37 and the 15. But he did some spectacular offensive plays.
Garnett with his first field goal. The team without Garnett, and he missed 9 games, and he just forces a turnover on the inbounds. Good deflection, and it's going to be Celtic ball. The team was 7-2 without him. They really played without him, played very well. Wasn't the most difficult schedule, but they play well without him.
Well, the big challenge now, Mike, is can he get back in shape quick? Because every game is a big game, because they are slowly coming back to Detroit on that loss side.
Well, Garnett in his first 2 games back since the All-Star break, he played 21 minutes and 31 minutes, and he admits he feels good, but he's not there yet, especially his rhythm. Misfires that one, and the Suns look to push.
Well, I like the strategy. Go right at Stoudemire with Kevin Garnett. You've got to challenge Stoudemire.
Nash, nice defensive play for Rondo, although Nash felt it was a foul.
Well, Rondo's going to give Nash a lot of trouble here tonight.
Rondo, wild shot. Garnett with the offensive rebound. Ray Allen stolen by Nash. Nash, pretty layup. Didn't have a lot of room, but he thread the needle, and he is hot. He felt he got hit again.
Right, well, any time that Nash feels that he has a big man on him, he's taking him off the dribble, and he loves the left side of the floor.
Some real fun matchups. You've got Garnett and Stoudemire, and there's a fun one. Pierce and Grant Hill as O'Neal clears the boards.
Yeah, I like the way he waited here tonight. The other night he was too anxious. He was trying to get the ball out, and he passed out into 3 steals by the Lakers. They did a good job coming back and putting pressure on the point guard.
Steve Nash hits a 3. Phoenix Suns, the 3rd best three-point shooting team in the NBA. Celtics are also one of the best as well.
How about Nash? That's 37 straight games where he's made a 3. I'd say that's a comfort zone area.
You talk so much about his passing and his court vision. Nice steal from Stoudemire. But Stoudemire was out of bounds. Nash's shooting percentages, the field, three-point range, free throw shooting. He's one of the best shooters this league has had in a long time.
Mike, he shoots over 50% every year. He's 51 right now. He's 47% in threes, and he takes 4 threes a game, and then he only shoots 89.9 on the line. So, and I don't know how he ever gets overlooked when they start talking about the best shooters in this league.
Pierce. O'Neal the rebound. Grant Hill on a pull-up.
They hurt you, Mike. That's where they hurt you. They get the ball up quick on a miss or a score. They put the pressure on your transition defense.
The transition defense has not been the strength on this trip, according to Doc Rivers with his team. Perkins lost it, got it back. Garnett, line drive won't go.
Well, I like the defensive rebounding tonight. Remember now, before the trade, Phoenix was 30th in defensive rebounding.
Oh, Garnett, excellent hustle. And getting across with a steal. That's 4 turnovers already for Phoenix.
Yeah, bad pass that time. Right now, Phoenix is trying to thread the needle.
Ray Allen misses. Stoudemire another rebound. 8-1 the rebounding numbers in the early going. Raja Bell was out of bounds when he caught it, so that basket won't count.
If you have not seen Phoenix this year, remember, in every transition game, whether they make a steal or they get a missed shot, they are running 2 players to the corners. And you have to remember that they average 9 makes a game. They're 3rd in the league there, and they attempt 23 a game.
If you have not seen Phoenix this year, you should be fined if you're a Bear fan.
Well, you can't. You're definitely a casual listener.
Nash, left-handed, won't go. Ball knocked loose. And the Celtics will have it. You know, so much was talked about, Yubi, when Shaquille O'Neal was acquired, how he would slow this team down. They had 20 fast break points, more than their regular season average in his first game.
He's going to make them a better fast break team because he's going to control the boards. Now you have he and Stoudemire in there, plus 2 shot blockers.
And there he is with his first block of the night. He had 3 in his debut. Stoudemire showing his ability. And he draws the foul. And Stoudemire will shoot 2. They're all getting it done, Ubi.
Yeah, no, this is just great basketball. It really is. Stoudemire's on cage now. And now just keep an eye on this now. See, anytime that Nash comes off that skate, he's going to step back and he's going to shoot that high percentage. Right now, you've got to get to Grant Hill. He is playing great basketball. Now keep an eye on the big diesel right there. And that's what he's adding. Stoudemire gets you 2 a game. Shaq will get you 2 a game. Against the Lakers Wednesday night, 9 big blocks.
Yeah, that was his first tonight to go along with 5 rebounds. Stoudemire, who was turned into a tremendous free throw shooter. So O'Neal comes out. He just got a big ovation as he was walking up the floor after that latest foul call, urging on the crowd. And they gave him a standing O. This is what Mike D'Antoni did the other night. Took him out early. Gave him some rest. And he said within a couple of minutes, Shaq said word down the bench, I can go back in the game.
Now, are you going to be a hard coach or are you going to listen to the player? I think he made the right decision.
He wants to play. He told the team as Ray Allen throws it away. And Grant Hill looking to push. Hill, nice layup. Quick drive to the basket.
Vintage Grant Hill before all the operations. That's the thing that you like about Phoenix. When they're in the open floor, they attack the basket.
Standing ovation here in Phoenix. "11 straight points by the Suns, and Grant Hill off and running. He's enjoying his first season here in the Valley of the Sun."
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday, brought to you by Destroy All Humans, Big Willie Unleashed, in stores February 25th.
The Suns fans are fired up with their team start tonight. An 11-0 run. They're up by 11. They're also fired up about Shaquille O'Neal's arrival in Phoenix. Well, this is his arrival tonight. That's the new car. The larger-than-life character has a larger-than-life vehicle to get him to the U.S. Airways Arena. But he has energized this franchise, energized the fans. And he's also energized them tonight here with his defense. And Steve Nash is very grateful to have his new teammate around.
Shaquille's really given our team a lift. You know, his personality is infectious and charismatic. He's got a great sense of humor. And he's extremely motivated and happy to be here. So for us, it's been you know, thrilling to have him as a teammate and exciting to see him get out there and move the way he did the other night. It gives us a lot of promise and hope that we can really figure this out and make ourselves a terrific team and go a long way and try to win it this year.
Well, that's obviously the mission as Stoudemire draws the foul. It's really one of the boldest trades we've seen in a long time.
Absolutely.
They just felt that currently constituted without O'Neal, they weren't going to win a title. And to pull the trigger on that deal is easier said than done.
Well, you have to say that. Remember now, he's averaging 25 to 28 games missed over the last 3 years. So what you're doing is you know he's going to give it to you in these 28 remaining games. The big key is what about year 2 and year 3 where you're paying $21 million each year? That is the major part of the gamble. Now, you hope that he stays healthy and he energizes that because you can see what he's doing. And there's the man that's, you know, we know that Steve did not make the trade by himself. I mean, this had to be agreed upon with the coaching staff and then ownership that they would make this type of a commitment.
Steve Kerr in his first year running the basketball operations. Raja Bell now on Pierce. 17-4 right now, a 13-0 run for the Phoenix Suns. Pierce knocked away. Good help defense from Stoudemire, who's 6th in the NBA in block shots.
Well, they have their small unit out there right now. And then with Diaw at power forward and Stoudemire at the center position.
15 straight points as Barbosa quickly makes his presence felt.
Now you have to look out there. They're small. See, with Nash, Bell, and Barbosa out there, they move Bell up, and he's matched up with Pierce. And that I would like to see Pierce take Bell down inside and post them up.
Garnett steps out and able to knock it down. Garnett's second field goal. Stoudemire quickly down the other end with 2 Celtics around him.
Was that quick enough? By the way, was that quick enough? Come on. I mean, you talk about pressure. I mean, you're happy that you finally scored a basket, and all of a sudden the ball is going 80 feet in the air, a catch, and a terrific finish.
Stoudemire has been playing like a man possessed since the trade, not just since Shaq started playing, but since the trade as Garnett shuffled his feet. And right now the Celtics really out of sync offensively.
Well, right when you saw the double team, I'm surprised that Kevin did not pass right to the top of the circle. The double team is coming from the top of the circle, and he is an unselfish guy. He's got to read that and do a better job.
Raja Bell. And Pierce got hit by Barbosa. Barbosa took a shot in the head.
Yep.
Pierce quickly gets up, seems to be okay. Of course, the other night, Raja Bell took that shot to the head, and he went down. Hard collision. Barbosa's going to come out. And I believe he got cut. Yep, he got cut right by the right eye. Now here's the other night on Wednesday against the Lakers.
Now keep an eye on Shaq right there. Now you notice Shaq launched. He came across, left his feet, and went for that block and caught Raja Bell right in the head.
You see the knot on the back of his head, which is now gone.
I asked him this evening, how did it feel the day after? He said, I've had headaches for 2 days.
Let's check in.
He said, fortunately, the lump went down.
Let's check in with Lisa.
Well, Mike, I was asking Raj about that too. He said, fortunately, it wasn't a concussion or anything, but he said it felt like he got hit upside the head with a baseball bat. Not that he knows what that feels like, he said, but he said, I would imagine if I got hit with a baseball bat, that's what it would feel like.
All right, Lisa, rare mistake there by the Phoenix Suns. 21-6 as Barbosa is going to go back to the locker room and get attended to.
The Celtics are a little wobbly here because out on this trip with Denver hammering them and, with 124 points and in Golden State getting 119, they're questioning their defense. They're questioning their tempo. Can they control the game? Score 100, give up 90, give up 88. Well, in this building, you're not going to do that because the Phoenix Suns play at a higher rate. In here, they average 112, 113 a game.
O'Neal comes back in, and the crowd gets fired up again. Scott Pollard comes in. Pollard and O'Neal had a lot of battles back when Pollard played for Sacramento and O'Neal played with the Kings.
Yes, I like what they're doing now. See, they looked to post up Pierce that time. And what they're doing, though, is they're running a lot of time off the clock.
And Allen draws the foul with 1 on the shot clock. So Ray Allen, another one of the best free throw shooters in the league, will go to the line. Raja Bell picks up his second. And again, you look at what's happened. Stoudemire comes back in. First 2 games of this trip, Denver scores 124 points against the Celtics. Golden State then scores 119. And part of the problem, they shot a combined 92 free throws against the Celtics in those 2 games.
Well, what's it telling you? It's telling you that you get tired, and then you start reaching and grabbing. You don't move your feet, and you hit the people. And that's just a bad sign.
And those were the first 2 losses against the Western Conference. A majority of their previous Western Conference games were at home in Boston. So this trip is an important one. Hey, Doc Rivers has said right from the start of the season he likes the way they're playing, but he knows that they're still a work in progress, especially with Garnett not being 100% yet.
Well, the test is always when you have to play the Western teams that are playing 600 basketball, because right now we have a team 9th, Golden State, that's playing over 600. They'd be out of the playoffs.
O'Neal and Pollard fighting for it, and they'll call a hell ball. Doc Rivers saying, wait a minute, come on. No.
Well, I would say in the initial thing, I thought that, was up for grabs, no doubt about it. But anytime that Pollard moves his body and Shaq goes over the top, I think that's what Doc Rivers was looking at, and he wanted the contact.
If the Suns win the tip, they'll have 5 to shoot. You've got just under 3.5 remaining in the first. Phoenix came out like a ball of fire. Rondo gets a running start and able to put it in. Crowd not happy with the toss. Well, that's why they got rid of the toss in the college game.
Excellent point, Mike.
Ball, O'Neal inside, and a blocking foul. Big Baby Davis taking his life into his hands, trying to draw a charge on O'Neal.
Now, don't you love it when coaches, myself included, rotate on that baseline and take that charge, and here comes this big monster coming in, and you're supposed to take that one in the chest.
Just a couple of LSU guys getting together as Davis picks up his first. So O'Neal will go to the line. He was 3 for 8 from the line the other night. This is that. A reminder, NBA TV tomorrow. Terrific game. New Orleans at San Antonio. Coverage begins at 8:30. We'll be here on Sunday as the Pistons visit the Phoenix Suns on ABC. Coverage begins at 2. And then TNT next Thursday. The Mavericks and the Spurs in San Antonio, followed by the Heat and the Lakers as a lane violation. It's called against O'Neal. So that's up when the counter. But you look at, we read those calendars every game, every night there's a great matchup. Every night.
Yes, indeed. It's beautiful to watch. I bring up the Golden State situation mainly because if Golden State were playing in the East, they would be ranked 3rd in the Eastern playoffs if we started today. And here they are in 9th position.
Rondo misses. Pollard tried to keep it alive, but right to Nash. Nash slicing. Somehow the ball finds its way to Diaw.
Plenty of time there.
Diaw to O'Neal. Good defense from Pollard. Boy, they are banging each other. Davis just took a shot to the face, and he's a little shaken up. And we'll take a timeout. 2.5 left here in the first. Phoenix with a superb opening period. ESPN's NBA Friday doubleheader available on ESPN HD, presented by Olivia. 102nd consecutive sellout here in Phoenix. The Suns off to a terrific start. We were talking just moments ago, UB Brown. This is one of the most compelling regular seasons you can imagine with so many good teams. It's so great for the NBA fan. Even some of the star players sound like excited fans.
I think it's exciting for everyone. It's exciting for the players, the fans.
It makes it exciting to see the different combinations in the league.
It's been great for the league to see a lot of movement and see teams take a risk and shake things up.
This takes you back to the 80s when teams were stacked. Teams had all-stars coming off the bench and a lot of depth in teams. Coming back to that. At least it looks like. It's good for basketball right now.
It's hard to think back to when there's been this many good teams in the league.
And of course, the West loaded with him. He's certainly not as many. But we were talking about this earlier today. Imagine if the first round of the playoffs was still best of 5.
Yes, you're right.
There'd be some scared teams in that opening round. They'll be even when it's best of 7. And Ray Allen with a little bit of a bump. Who's saying to Bob Delaney, wait a minute, did you see that? He grabbed me. Right now, Garnett, the only one to get it going offensively. Pierce 0 for 5.
I'm looking at the score, and it's 21-10. I think Phoenix is ahead by 30. All right, until you say they can't be ahead by 30 because they have 8 turnovers. They can't get enough shots to be up 30. But they've had that many opportunities. And the fast break, we told you, with Shaq, the fast break improves. How about 16-2? And we have not finished the first quarter. 16 points already on the break.
It's amazing that you can have 8 turnovers and be up by 12 points in the opening period.
That's right.
Now, Hill, you watch what Hill, again, the key for him, like Shaquille O'Neal, is healthy. He has been healthy. He brings a lot of different intangibles to his team.
Well, he gives you another guy who can handle the ball, Mike. On the break, he makes good decisions with the pass, and he's never going to force a shot. And he shoots over 50%.
Ray Allen misses that. Doc Rivers was raving about Grant Hill, saying, wait a minute, they're not 3 big-time players with Stoudemire, Nash, and O'Neal. They've got a 4th in Hill. Oh, boy, Ray Allen looked like he took an elbow. O'Neal tried to pass it, and Davis just held Boris Diaw. Here's Pollard, and Pollard draws the foul on Strawberry. An ugly fast break, but they get a foul out of it. That's a pretty physical start.
Yeah, keep an eye on this. Watch the left elbow here. See, you're going to see he makes the move. Now, he catches him. He definitely catches him right in the face. I'm surprised that Ray Allen, he took it, and he never, complained to a referee.
And he didn't flop.
That's right. Maybe he's still stunned. The old story of being knocked out and you're standing up. Okay. But right now, Phoenix is just trying to make too many sensational passes. Just play meat and potatoes.
Speaking of meat and potatoes, Davis draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Bob Delaney checking with Jimmy Capers on who to call the foul on. I think it's going to be on O'Neal. So the rookie Davis will shoot 2. Well, you know what? They're not calling it on the shot by Davis. They're calling it away from the ball when O'Neal was guarding Pollard, and they're in the penalty, so Pollard will shoot. So Pollard, the 11-year veteran, in his first year with Boston, signed as a free agent back in August. He's played for 5 different NBA teams, played on a bunch of playoff games during his career. This is the free throw. Let's watch the foul.
Now keep an eye on it. You're going to see it right there. That was easy also. Now, one thing, Shaq can move people, and all he has to do is keep his hands up in the air and move you with his chest. You don't need to put your hands in your back. And you'll get away with the chest move many more times than pushing a guy with a forearm.
Now, that's twice you've said that's an easy call. They have an easy job tonight, these officials.
Hey, not with you doing the game, okay? They have another observer on the game with you.
Here's Davis, the steal and the finish.
Celtics, just take your time. Just take your time. Get high percentage shots. Get Pierce going once he comes back in, and understand your strengths.
That's the 10th turnover for the Phoenix Suns here in the first quarter. We still have a minute to go. Diaw finding Sean Marks. Marks getting some rare early minutes, and he traveled 11 turnovers.
Mike, when you're coaching, if your team has 15 turnovers, you are all over your players, okay? I'm talking 15 for the game. And right now, we know that this is a great assist team. They're first in assists in the league at 27 a game, and they're really a low turnover team, less than 13 a game, right around that 13 mark.
Pollard gets it back and then stepped out of bounds.
We're seeing a lot of energy, Mike, a lot of energy at both ends. Unfortunately, no cigars. By that we mean no completions on the shot attempts.
Stoudemire down the other end. Marks the rebound, and he's fouled on the floor. Both teams in the penalty, though, so Sean Marks, who does not get a lot of time, he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, normally, the Phoenix Suns will rotate 7 guys, 8 max. But in the game, before the game, Wednesday night with the Los Angeles Lakers, Mike D'Antoni was going to play Marks. He thought that he's been practicing well. He gives them another perimeter shooter, a guy who can make the 3 and take your power forward out away from the basket.
This is the 14th game that Marks has played all season. He's only been on the court for 82 total minutes. A reminder, looking for the latest gear from your favorite team, log on to NBAstore.com for the best selection of team hats, tees, fleece, and more. NBAstore.com, where wearing the dream happens.
Right now, Mike, the Celtics are very small. Baby Davis is your center. They have Posey playing power forward. So they have 3 guards out on the perimeter. So Phoenix had to just ask Mike D'Antoni, which way do you want us to match up?
Rondo just kind of flips it up at the basket. Stoudemire another rebound. And they'll hold it for the final shot of the period.
Yeah, I like this. We're using Grant Hill, but they counter by putting their best defender, Rondo, on Grant Hill.
And defensive 3 seconds. There are some strange numbers. The Celtics are shooting 22% from the field, yet they're only down 11. The Phoenix Suns have 11 turnovers, yet they're up by double figures. And then you look at the rebounding numbers as Hill misses a free throw, 18-3 in favor of the Suns. Please explain this game to me.
No, wow. If we had time, I would try to explain to you the Laker game Wednesday night where they won all of the categories also.
Rondo, that'll count if it goes. Short. And end a wild first quarter. Shaquille O'Neal and the Suns stormed out to a 15-point lead, but turnovers kept the Celtics in it for a little bit. We'll hear from the Celtic coach Doc Rivers when we come back. His team down 11 after 1.
Welcome back to Phoenix. Doc, they had 16 fast break points in that quarter. How do you slow them down?
Well, you know what? If they're going to score 24 points each quarter, I'd take it. Really. They had fast break points, but they didn't score a lot of points. So we got to score some points, and that's what we've been doing of late. So we can fix our offense. We've had good shots. They didn't go in. I like our chances.
Now, you said it, your offense seems to be struggling, shooting just 22% in that quarter. What's wrong with the offense right now?
Well, the ball's just not going in. Honestly, we've had good looks. I think we see Shaq and Stoudemire, and we just got to take our shots.
All right, thanks a lot, Doc.
Well, they haven't had any trouble scoring the first 2 games of this trip, but they just were a little tentative, and Pierce was 0 for 5.
Right. Now, you go into your huddle, Mike, and your 3 best players, Pierce, Garnett, and Allen, are 2 for 14. The big thing is you got to be happy. Are you getting good shots? Well, Doc said we're getting good looks at the basket. So he's happy with that. So you know that those 3 people are not going to go 2 for 14 in this next quarter. You're only down 11. But at the other end, you have to talk about the 11 turnovers.
Meanwhile, Eddie House knocks down the shot. 11 turnovers for Phoenix. They average 13.7 per game. Right. We'll see how they handle the basketball here in the second period.
I love Eddie House. He comes in shooting, no hesitations, and you have to pay attention to him now because he's streaky.
And another defensive 3 seconds, so a technical foul. This one called against Tony Allen. Right now for the Celtics, you've got James Posey, Tony Allen, Eddie House, Glenn Davis, and Garnett. So Garnett the only starter. That was a big question mark for the Celtics going into the season, UB. But the Celtics have gotten some pretty good play from their bench.
Well, Posey and Eddie House have been outstanding, no doubt about that. Then Poe or, right now, it's Davis. These 2 guys, whichever guy gets the opportunity to play, have made a major contribution. So they had a nice 8-man rotation. Now, in this game tonight, they've had 2 zone calls because the Celtics like to lay in the lane on you and cheat defensively so that they cut down the distance on their rotations.
And another whistle on the foul. This one's going to go against Davis. So Davis picks up his second.
Well, they love to jump the pick and roll. And by that we mean if the player sets a screen out by that 3-point line or at the top of the circle, as the dribbler comes off, the man playing the guy setting the screen is going to make a hard trap.
They have been for most of the season the best defensive team in the NBA. Garnett staying with Diaw. Out for Marks, and Marks in and out. Diaw, the offensive rebound.
Yeah, Diaw's a live body, Mike. Live body.
He perhaps will benefit from Sean Marion's absence in terms of getting some extra minutes. And he's played pretty well in the last couple of games. Reaching foul. Oh, it's Stoudemire and Garnett. Little extracurricular activity after the whistle.
Well, it's a little bit like wrestling in the cage. You know what I'm saying? At that position here this evening. This is not the first time tonight that this has happened. Just watch. See, they've been up against one another, chest to chest, talking very quietly, not screaming at one another, but talking to one another.
Garnett has always been like that. Even after the whistle blows, if an opponent tries to take a shot at the basket, he'll block it. He doesn't want the ball to go in. He does a lot of talking all game long to his teammates, to the opponents, and to himself.
Should we list all of the great players in the game who did that also? All right.
Shot clock down to 7. Hill gets inside. Nice move and draws the foul. Get hit hard, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Now, the rotation that time was beautiful by the Celtics. That's the first time that we've seen them really in harmony from the top of the circle down. The baseline rotations, cutting the people off. Unfortunately, they got a foul. Now, Doc will take that. Just like Doc said, to Lisa, hey, they only have 24 points. 24 points, hey, we can live with that.
Well, of course, the key for him is being healthy. He was a spectacular player with the Pistons when he first burst onto the scene. And then, of course, the injuries, the 5 operations to that left ankle, and missed so many games during the course of 7 consecutive years. And now with the Suns, with the exception of the appendectomy, he has been healthy and starting to really play well. He's averaging almost 33 minutes a game. And he'll take on some extra defensive responsibility with Sean Marion now.
Yes, he is. He's a terrific defender as long as he's healthy.
Oh, Garnett throws it in. Stoudemire hot, yelling. I don't know if he's yelling at the ref or is upset with himself.
Now, well, he thought that there was an offensive foul in that situation. Now, you see, you can't cry because at both ends here now, they're going to allow the banging and the offensive move. What he has to do And the Celtics, I like what they're going to Garnett. They're going right at him. Keep an eye on this now. Just watch. See, he thought that he got clipped right there. Do you see it? The offensive foul. As that elbow came, it caught him right in the face, and then he got popped right there again.
Garnett called for that foul. That's his second. So those two going at it a little bit.
Like, they've been doing this since the middle of the first quarter.
Perkins is now guarding Stoudemire. Boris Diaw, that basket won't count. Offensive foul on Brian Skinner on a moving screen. How about this for Phoenix? They have now played 10 guys already. Mike D'Antoni's played 8 guys half their games. He rarely goes this deep on his bench.
You're absolutely right.
10-point lead for Phoenix. With about 2 minutes gone by here in the second. Paul Pierce. That time, as he still looks for his first points.
If you're going to handle the Boston Celtics, you must do a good job on Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is the heart and soul, because not only does he score the points, but he gets to the foul line. And that's what I like about his game. He might be having a bad shooting night, but he'll get to the line and get his foul shot opportunities. But he's putting fouls on one of your best scorers. That's the other major plus.
Pierce in the last 5 games has taken 54 free throw attempts. As he knocks down the first, he's always been amongst the leaders. He has the Celtic record for most free throw attempts in a single season.
Well, you see, he's very solid. The points are there, the excellent field goal percentage, and you like the fact that he rebounds. When you have a small forward, you want that guy to get you 7.5 rebounds a game, and Paul does that. Oh, here we're seeing the trap. Now, we know this is part of their game. They'll come down there on foul shots and give you that full court press.
Raja Bell can't connect with Perkins the rebound. Despite the start, it's an 8-point game.
You get a score
inside, gets his own rebound, and he draws the foul on Skinner.
See, Phoenix has a tendency, Mike, to allow you to get back. Or you might get ahead of them by double figures, but they have the ability to now charge and recapture the game or tie. So the thing is, peaks and valleys, that's how you play. So you cannot get discouraged. And I like Doc Rivers' attitude at the end of that first quarter. Even though he was down 11, he was talking from a positive standpoint. That's how you have to be on the road.
His team is down by as many as 15, and after that 3-pointer, it's a 5-point game.
See, they can do that. But Pierce is the key. Pete and Allen have got to lead them here tonight. Right now, Garnett, he's going to be in a struggle all night with Stoudemire.
First field goal for Pierce. 7 straight points for the Celtics. Diaw. Dangerous pass. Shot clock at 5. O'Neal against Perkins. And Grant Hill's going to be called for the loose ball foul. So for Hill, that's his second, and the team's third.
Mike, as we're moving through this game, from like the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the first quarter, the Boston Celtics defense has gotten better. And now all of a sudden now, they see the pace of the game, the tempo, and they're doing a better job on the ball and a better job on their rotations below the foul line.
They've become a very physical defensive team. Try and frustrate their opponent. Pierce misses that one. Greg Popovich is talking about that. He says that with such admiration on how physical they've been. Diaw stolen by Allen.
Now this is where they excel. They are one of the better teams in the league in steals. Nice pass.
Inside, and the finish for Perkins. And it's 27-24 on this 9-0 run. So a 15-point lead has been sliced to 3. Nash and Diaw play catch. Nash to the basket, blocked. Perkins with the rejection.
Oh, you got to get it up. You got an advantage here.
Eddie House back to Pierce, and Pierce mistimed his jump. Ball off the rim. Shot clock reset because the jam hit the rim. Crowd upset, but that was a legal play.
Yes.
O'Neal with the steal. Diaw goes at Perkins. I think Eddie House got a piece of it. Here's Tony Allen.
Nice
to Garnett. And it's a 1-point game.
Great decision. That was an excellent decision. Because Allen took that ball to the left side of the lane, and he forced the defender to come and play the dribble, which opened up the dunk. That's great team play.
And it's starting with their defense. Celtics have really picked it up, Hubie.
Now just watch as you see he brings the defender to him. That opens up the dunk by Garnett.
Mark here in the second quarter. Phoenix up by as many as 15. Has watched Boston go on an 11-0 run. Shaquille O'Neal and the Suns have seen a different defensive team from the Celtics from the start.
And they're doing an excellent job. They're challenging everything. They're doing a better job on the dribbler, and then down inside, their rotations have been excellent. Now they are suffocating this Phoenix offense. They're struggling now because over 9 minutes they don't have a field goal.
Raja Bell to O'Neal. Knocked away. Tony Allen with another deflection.
Mike, that is their 15th turnover. That is an unheard of stat.
Garnett now 4 of 9 from the field. Celtics shooting just 30%. And there's the latest turnover for the Phoenix Suns. They're already above their season average. Now you could imagine with again O'Neal trying to get him acclimated to the team, they're going to be a little sloppier, but this is
beyond that. Okay, this is beyond that. You can see the congestion. The Celtics play the lane on their rotations better than any team in this league. So you cannot assume that you're going to make easy passes. You have to be very careful and not try to force anything. Right now, the Celtics have 7 steals, and they forced you into 15 turnovers. That's incredible.
And Celtics, meanwhile, with their 6th turnover, Tony Allen threw that one away.
See the spacing. The Phoenix Suns spacing is absolutely not a part of their game here tonight.
Hill misses from point-blank range. Eddie House comes up with a loose ball. House had a couple of nice years here in Phoenix as a reserve for the Suns. And Pierce just barrels over Nash for the offensive foul.
Now, that was an excellent move by Nash. And Paul Pierce was going to try to cross over. Watch it right here. See, he was going to make a move. He thought he could slide by Nash. No way. Excellent defensive move by Nash.
There are a lot of welts on players' bodies here in the first half.
We don't have baskets, but we have plenty of welts. Is that what you're saying?
There's as many welts as baskets.
That's right.
Stoudemire.
Look at that.
Blocked by Garnett. And still Suns ball, 10 on the shot clock. The Suns don't have a field goal in 11 minutes. Now, this is the Phoenix Suns we're talking about.
That's right. We're talking about the #1 shooting team in the league that shoots it at 49%. And they're number 3 in three-point attempts at 38%. But give the Celtics. How about Paul Pierce, one of your main guys, taking that charge down in that painted area?
Shot clock at 5. Stoudemire, tough catch, makes the dribble. Perkins got a piece of it. And Garnett falls down. Garnett, Stoudemire trying to keep it from each other. And there's some extra pushing and shoving.
No, see, they're not going to get that. In pro basketball, you can fall on the floor. You know that, Mike. In high school and college, that would be a travel.
Pierce move inside. Perkins back out. Garnett can't connect, and O'Neal the rebound.
Everybody's frustrated right now because Phoenix can't be smooth. They can't be silky smooth in their movements because the green shirts are really taking away the lane.
Stoudemire inside. Another miss. And it's still Suns ball. It has been almost 12 minutes since the Phoenix Suns had a field goal. The Celtic defense has been terrific here in the second quarter. And as we said, physical play between these two teams.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday, brought to you by Lost Odyssey and Xbox 360, rated T for Teen. And the new AT&T, your world delivered.
Back in Phoenix, 27-26. The second period scored, 5:20 remaining. Boston's come back from down 15 to within 1. Their defense is getting it done.
They've been forcing 15 turnovers. Mike, just keep an eye on that rotation. And then the steal on the opposite side. They've had 7 already in this half. Nice shot block. They have 3 of those. Now look at all those green shirts in the lane. There's a deflection which leads to another steal. Now how about this? All right, you make the catch. You think you got an easy shot? No, there are 3 green shirts right on you, and they force another steal. Give them credit. They are playing great, and they're 2 great shooters, Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. How about the fact they're only 1 for 12, and you're only 1 point down?
Terrific turnaround for the Celtics here on the road. Nash gets inside, flips it up, and puts it in. What a tough shot that he makes look easy. And that's their first field goal in just over 12 minutes.
Mike, they haven't been able to get to the rim without a green shirt being right in your face. And that was a terrific shot.
Nash with 7 points. Eddie House. O'Neal able to save it. They had the fast break going early, but the Celtics' transition defense here in the second period has been terrific.
And also, if you do not score the basketball, that's another factor here right now. But in the first quarter, Celtics couldn't make a shot. Now they're making shots, so you're taking the ball out of bounds.
Pierce knocked it away, gets to the hands of Hill, who puts it in with 1 left on the shot clock.
If I'm a Celtic fan, I'm happy here tonight. My guys are really working. They're working, and this is a frustrating type of a game.
And a foul on Garnett. Throwing the elbow. That's his 3rd.
Right.
He's talking it over with Bob Delaney. You see.
Now keep an eye on this now. Now watch. He's got position. You're going to see. Now, right there. Now, Wednesday night's game, that might not have been a foul. But Bob Delaney's right on top of this because of what happened prior to this between the 2 players.
And Delaney is normally an official who lets them play.
Right.
It's a very physical game, but he sees what's happening out there and realizes I better start calling it a little tighter. We might have some problems.
That's right. He has 2 All-NBA performers matched up here, and he is not going to allow them to beat on one another.
O'Neal, short, tipped in beautifully by Grant Hill. And the Suns come right back with 6 straight points.
Celtics, just take your time. Take your time and run your offense and look for the high percentage shot.
Perkins one-on-one with O'Neal. Trying to find some room to operate. Ray Allen a 3. O'Neal another rebound, his 8th. Raja Bell hits a 3. 9-0 run for the Suns after the Celtics had reeled off 11 straight.
Did we say something about peaks and valleys and streaks? This is how Phoenix plays, and the people love this style of basketball.
And they're back on the feet. They stopped booing the Celtics and the ref for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And now they're up on their feet cheering.
Now this is a bullet by Shaq. A great catch by Raja Bell. Stop on the dime. 1 against 4. Easy.
I hope not.
We'll bring back the Celtics and the Suns on the other side of this. Kevin Garnett and the Celtics down by 13 points.
Celtics shoot 29%. Pierce and Allen combined 1 for 14. What's up with that? Celtics get an offense.
ESPN's NBA Friday available on ESPN HD, presented by Olivia. The second game of our doubleheader on this Friday night. First one was a thriller. The Cavs beat the Wizards. This one, rather interesting. That's the halftime score, and some of the runs. Phoenix had that 15-0 to start. Boston came storming back, and then Phoenix finishing the second quarter in grand style. Celtics really struggled offensively, and despite the fact that the Suns went all that time without a field goal, they've got the lead. You know, I'm very disappointed in you. You didn't predict this was going to happen.
No, well, I didn't think that we'd have rugby being played here, okay, with 25 turnovers.
Of course, for Phoenix, it's the second game with Shaquille O'Neal. Now, he didn't score in the first half, not a point, but he had a pretty big impact in that first half.
His presence was outstanding, Mike. He creates the space. Not only does he rebound the ball, he has 8 rebounds, but he's getting the ball. He's taking his time, setting up the people. Now Grant Hill hit you one on the baseline. Grant Hill had an excellent half at 12. When he sets a screen for you, and if you're going to lay behind, you're going to be wide open. Now watch the shot clock. He's coming from the opposite side. Now this is 2 games now, and then he's starting to break, and you're getting your 3. Now the Celtics are 19-6. Fast break basketball, so you know that his presence and then he's opening up things for Amari Stoudemire.
Now we have Shaq highlights, and we have, as you call them, rugby highlights.
Absolutely.
There were quite a few in that first.
Look at the people getting smacked in this game. Now you can see that one. How about that Perkins nailing Stoudemire off the ball? Now down inside, boom. That's where another one right to the face. Now keep an eye on Garnett. He gets away with this. See, there was no foul called. Watch Ray Allen. Boom, right on the nose, on the chest. And how about this one? This is where Barbosa only gives us 1 minute and 28 seconds. And then the last one where Perkins laid down Stoudemire. Now, we know this is, you got to give this a test for the referees. They're staying on top of it, and I think they're doing an excellent job.
Let's send it to Lisa Salters.
Well, Mike, Doc Rivers said that I know it was our lowest scoring half this season, but I will take the 43 points that we allowed. I like what we're doing defensively. Obviously, we got to get our offense going. I asked him about the chippiness in that first half, and he said, I tried to calm Kevin down, making some noise and being a distraction and making some noise with the referee. That really didn't work. But I talked to the guys about it at halftime. You got to keep your composure. Mike?
Well, Garnett normally plays wired more than most, but because he missed those 9 games and is still trying to get himself back into the flow of it, this is unusual for Garnett to miss. It's the most games he's ever missed in any season. Prior to this year, the most he missed in an entire season was 6. So he's not only a star player, he's a durable player as Nash knocks that down. And he's not used to missing games. They're going to call that a 2-pointer.
And then, let's face it, Myers averaging the last 2 weeks, averaging over 30 points a game. So you know that Kevin, even though he's not at 100% right now, he's accepting the challenge. He's going to, when you're noted as one of the better defenders of all time, never mind just this year, you know that you're going to belly up and play Stoudemire physically.
Garnett has 3 fouls, as does Paul Pierce, as does Big Baby Davis. Stoudemire with the finish.
Well, Garnett could not go for the block there, Mike. He was afraid to pick up his foot, but how about that for a reverse dunk?
16 for Stoudemire. Ray Allen can't hit, and Allen now 0 for 5.
That big stat, we keep bringing it up to you. Your two of your 3 best scorers, Pierce and Allen, are 1 for 15.
15-point lead again for the Phoenix Suns. This equals their largest of the game. Celtics are a good offensive team. They average over 100 a game. As Garnett able to put that in.
I like that. See, anytime that you're playing against a scorer who's not known as a great defender, you've got to go at him and make him work. That was Kevin's 6th field goal in this game.
Ray Allen with some shotgun.
You got to get a layup.
And offensive foul.
You got to give it up early, Mike. You can't keep the ball and stay in the lane because the distance between the dribbler and the freak, well, look how close it is. See, give it up, force the defender guy to move. See, if he would have given it up as he passed the foul line, you had a layup, and if he did move defensively, would have had a layup on the other side.
Second foul on Ray Allen. O'Neal. Stoudemire drives again. Garnett has to back off, and a loose ball foul is going to go against O'Neal. So O'Neal picks up his 3rd as we go back to Lisa.
Well, Mike, a quick update on Leandro Barbosa. Remember, he left the game in the first quarter with a cut over his right eye. He got 3 stitches in the locker room, and they were observing him, and they thought that he might be able to return, but he's been complaining of a headache. So they're telling us now that he will not be back in this game, Mike.
All right, Lisa, that certainly hurts the Phoenix Suns and their offense. Barbosa's been terrific this year, averaging almost 17. Garnett goes right, and then a technical foul on Stoudemire.
What a dunk! I'll tell you, that happened so fast. That ball, when I usually don't get this excited, all right? Just watch this dunk. I mean, look how far he comes on this. And he just turns it right into Stoudemire's face.
These two are going at it, and then after the dunk, Stoudemire with the shove. So Stoudemire gets a technical foul. Let's watch again. Here's regular speed.
Now keep an eye on this. That's
Jimmy Capers quickly with the technical foul.
I like it. The refs are doing a great job here. They really are. It's a tough game to referee.
Stoudemire inside. The defense for Perkins. Well, Perkins plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he does, but that's okay because you have 4 guys at that position, so you have like 24 fouls.
Garnett misses. 10-point game, just over 3 minutes gone by in the third. Nash a three. Oh, look up. Gets his own rebound.
Oh, my. If Perkins would have had that, Rondo had a layup at the other end.
Yeah, Stoudemire, the jumper. He's got 18 to lead all scores.
You have to be careful now. The Celtics have got to be careful. Just take your time and run your stuff. You're not accustomed to playing at this incredible rapid speed. Now, I know the points aren't up there, but they are changing ends.
Ray Allen. Still, Ray Allen without a field goal. 0 for 6. Stoudemire again. Boy, he has turned into quite a shooter.
Yeah, it was up by Shaq. That screen for Nash. Shaq rotated, got to go and open up Stoudemire. That's what they get worked out.
Give and go with Garnett, and that's Ray Allen. Field goal. And here's where, Shaq has talked throughout his career, I need my touches, I need my touches. He's not, at least right now, he's not worried about touches. He's just worried about contributing.
That's right. And let's hope that it stays this way for the rest of the season in the playoffs.
Oh, he got a touch there, showing a little...
Who's that little ball handler that they dressed up at halftime? A little couple of dribbles coming off a little screen.
That's his first field goal. He has 10 rebounds and a block as the Suns go back up by 14.
Yeah, you have to work through Garnett here. Nice.
Perkins and backs it in.
If Shaq's going to go and double-team Garnett, Perkins must go from the top of the circle to the foul line and then right down the middle to the basket. And he did. Garnett put it right on the money.
Garnett's 4th assist. O'Neal inside, misses. Garnett the rebound. Garnett has always been one of the more unselfish superstars. Great passer for a big man. Rondo, the floater.
He's got to become more active offensively, Mike. And almost a little bit on the selfish side because he can take Nash in the one-on-one situation.
Doc Rivers says he wants Rondo to become, in his eyes, a shot-first driver. When he goes to the basket, think shot because he's always thinking pass. Hill, short.
Look out. Here you go.
Rondo takes it right to Nash and draws the foul.
That's what Doc is talking about. See, this young man is quick. Only a few bounces, Mike, from half court and to that basket. And he can, this shot, see, this is one of his pet moves. As he goes to the side, he likes that bank shot and that crazy angle. Now, that's a difficult shot.
So Rondo will go to the line. Rondo, in his second year, here's how he was drafted.
With the 21st pick in the 2006 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Rajon Rondo from the University of Kentucky.
But he never played a game for them. Immediately traded with Brian Grant for a first-rounder. And began last year. Started about 5 games last year, but 23 minutes this year. He's the starting point guard on a team that has championship actions. Diaw shot won't go.
They're right in this. You get a field goal right now, you're down to 6. Big thing is you just don't rush them. Because when you get your movement from side, just getting good looks.
8-point game, just past the midway point of the third. Pierce gets blocked by Stoudemire, his 3rd rejection of the game.
Now keep an eye to the left. Now you think you got an easy shot? Here he comes. Together. Excellent shot blocker.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday. Brought to you by State Farm. Great service, great rates. It's all here. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm.
Back in Phoenix in celebration of Black History Month, tonight's Verizon Wireless Flashback takes a look at the great Bill Russell, who was the first black MVP of the league back in 57-58. Russell also the first black head coach in the NBA back in 1966-67. A player coach with the Celtics, of course, 11 titles. The great Bill Russell, who, usually I was looking up numbers because of Garnett's passing ability. Russell one year, Bill Russell averaged almost 6 assists per game one season.
Well, listen, Bill Russell was very underrated as a scorer. Everyone just talks about his shot blocking. Now, the fact that he guarded all 5 guys on the other team, kind of helped the situation, and then he would start the break. But if you threw him the basketball, he could score the ball, and he was always looking for the cutters. And I do believe they had a few guys at that time who could score.
Well, that's an impressive number in terms of assists. Kevin Garnett's always up there in terms of big men as Hill leans in and a travel. In fact, look at Garnett with his scoring, rebounding, and assists. Look at the company he's in. Most seasons averaging at least 20 points, 10 boards, 5 assists for the rest of those 4 guys.
Well, it's outstanding because you know that he's going to get the 20,000, shortly, okay? And once he gets 20,000, he's going to be in that 20,000 points and 10,000 rebound and 4-pound assists, and there are only 5 guys who've ever done that.
Strawberry with the block. The rookie from Maryland. Didn't play a lot the other night, but he's been part of the rotation as Nash puts it in, the lead back to 10. And Rondo says, let's slow it down a moment. And a kick ball. So Strawberry in the game now for defensive purposes. That's why he's out on the floor. Nice block of Allen.
Well, he came in the other night. They had him, for 5 minutes. He was right on Kobe Bryant. But unfortunately, Kobe Bryant was on fire. So no one was stopping him Wednesday night here when he got 40.
That's the 13th turnover for the Boston Celtics.
There's no need to rush because you can get what you want against the half-court defense of the Phoenix Suns. So the main thing is just don't force anything. You'll get a high percentage shot.
This is a third-quarter score. For Phoenix, this is often early second period as Stoudemire rattles that one in. And Amari Stoudemire now with 22.
We made that statement to you early. He gets 30 now every night out of the box. And he's on his way, and he might get 30 by the end of the quarter.
He's now 6th in the NBA in scoring. 23.5 per game, shooting 59%. Offensive foul. And Strawberry has forced 2 turnovers since coming off the bench.
Well, it's good to know your role. And when they put you in to defend, this is what you got to do. Watch the forearm. See, the forearm takes him right out of there. He moved his feet. He was right on top.
Strawberry, this Maryland, played 4 years for the Terrapins. Of course, his dad is Darryl. So DJ, when he was a kid, he was a bat boy for the Yankees. That's a pretty thrilling man. He's thrilled to be out there playing for the Suns now. Raja Bell for 3. They haven't, but they 5.
Remember, we told you earlier, they usually attempt 23 a game. They make right around 9. They're 3rd in categories in this league.
Tony Allen to Rondo. Floater time. Rebound, Tony Allen. Allen gets inside, misses the layup. Rondo, nice defensive play.
Yeah, this group out there right now is extremely quick defensively.
Allen, offensive foul. Oh, I don't know about that one.
No, I thought that he made a good move, and I also think that the wind kind of took Nash to the floor. Keep an eye here now. So he catches him right there. Well, he might have caught him hip to hip. Hip to hip. For our angle, in real speed, I kind of thought that he avoided him, but definitely sees he catches him on the hip.
Second foul on Tony Allen. Second time Nash has drawn a charge. Took a hard one earlier from Pierce. Shot clock at 7. Dale has Davis on him. Davis does a nice job, and Eddie House the rebound. Ray Allen to Bobby Davis.
Now that is totally uncalled for. Okay, totally uncalled for. You're setting a screen, so set the screen and take the hit. You just cannot just reach out. Keep an eye on this right there. You can see the arm go, and he nailed them. Easy call for the ref. Easy call.
They're fatal in the Western Conference, guys.
In the Western Conference, Boris Diaw, and the Suns leading by 15. Diaw also wearing a mic for us tonight.
Shoot that 3.
Boom, boom. Told you.
He always has a grand time. It sounds like his Curly imitation from the Three Stooges. And I noticed assistant coach Phil Weber getting involved in humming along with the songs they're playing. But Diao getting a chance with Sean Marion gone, perhaps playing some more minutes. Former most improved player. Stoudemire leans in, misses it, tipped by Posey. What do the Celtics need to do? They're down 15 again.
Well, this is a situation. They just had 9 possessions. They're 0 for 5 with 4 turnovers. And it comes down to, it's very basic. You have to maximize and get good looks at the basket.
Posey got a good look, wouldn't go down. But you look now, Paul Pierce is 1 for 11, and Ray Allen is 1 for 8. So it's 2 for 19 combined for those 2 All-Stars. Stoudemire spinning, good help from Davis.
Oh my.
Bad shot, but he gets a new 24.
I'm shocked there because Diao was wide open in the left corner.
Stoudemire to the basket, and a blocking foul. I think Davis, he's just saying, I can't get a break as he picks up his 5th foul in just 8 minutes.
Well, first of all, I think that he's got to step back and cut down on the theatrics, okay? Mainly, he's not going to get the calls if you continue to foul, easy calls at the referee. Listen.
Took a shot to the nose. See that little gauze as Stoudemire will go to the... Stoudemire had 6 consecutive free throws earlier in the season. And he's now up to another 6. There's that one. NBA TV tomorrow. It's the Hornets and the Spurs from San Antonio. Coverage begins at 8:30. On Sunday, we'll be here in Phoenix as the Pistons visit. Coverage begins at 2 o'clock on ABC. And then TNT next Thursday. Mavs and Spurs from San Antonio, followed by the Heat and the Lakers in LA. Coverage begins at 8. Sean Marion, I wonder what's going through Sean Marion's head. I mean, obviously, he was unhappy here for certain reasons. And he's going to get a chance to have the ball more. But, boy, playing for the Heat after playing for the Suns, as Tony Allen knocks it down, that's quite an adjustment, Yubi.
Yes, it is. And it's a difficult one. But I think that when you continue to challenge management and talk to coaches that you like to be traded or you're not happy within your situation, well, that's your choice. And anytime that you make a choice, then you have to live with the choice.
Stoudemire. Ball knocked loose. Diao. Another offensive board. Strawberry not looking to shoot. He's done a good job off the bench, forcing a couple of turnovers. Stoudemire. 25 points for Amari Stoudemire. And the Phoenix Suns with their largest lead of the game.
Mike, Stoudemire is so active on the opposite side of the floor. Anytime that ball is away on the lane, they're setting screens, and he just beats his man into the middle.
Boy, Ray Allen just can't get the shots to go down. He's 1 of 9. Pierce 1 for 11. That's one of the reasons why the Celtics are down 16. Final minute, 3rd quarter. Allen with a steal.
You got to look up now. You have to get easy baskets. No one's getting second shot baskets in this game at the Phoenix end or at the Celtic end. So you've got to get stuff out on the break.
Poe.
I thought that might have been a little bunny hop. What do you think?
Leon Poe, the second-year player from Cal. His bunny hop not called, and he brings him within 14. Poe now part of the rotation, and the 6'8" forward has done a nice job.
I like him in there because he can score the basketball, Mike.
Blocking foul on Posey. Garnett, by the way, has played 25 minutes. And again, he played 21 in his first game back, 31 in the second. He says he feels good, but he's not 100%. He knows that he is still getting himself back into basketball shape. And saving him for the 4th quarter. Shot clock down to 5. Raja Bell trying to find room, fires away, won't go, and Grant Hill the offensive rebound. They've had about 4 in the last 2 minutes of the period. And then Hill throws it away. 1.5 left. Suns have a foul to give, but they're not up on it.
Now you make a long pass right now. You got to be careful. A long pass to catch, you can get 1 bounce and a shot.
Posey deflected. Allen, that'll count if it goes. But off the mark, and that will end the 3rd period. Shaquille O'Neal's done his job rebounding. Kevin Garnett has been in foul trouble. But Amari Stoudemire taking over. He's got 25 points through 3.
Welcome back to Phoenix. Mike, you guys caused 6 turnovers in that quarter alone. What did you like about what you saw from your defense in that quarter?
Well, I like that they did the turnovers and not us like we did in the first half. Our biggest problem is turnovers. You know, where defense is good, rebounding good, and all that. It's something that we can solve, so I'm pretty, it's okay right now, but hopefully it won't cost us.
I'll ask you the same question I asked Doc Rivers. What are you saying to your players about the chippiness in this game? Because it seems like it's on the edge a little.
Well, that's how playoff kind of basketball is going to be. We're not going to be a team that takes it anymore, and, we don't want to start anything. We just want to play hard.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, Lisa. Stoudemire and Garnett have gone at each other. The two have tremendous respect for each other as we open up the fourth quarter. Suns leading by 14. They had a 15-point lead in the first half that was cut to 1. And right back up. Celtics defense got them back in the game in the first half. Diaw, offensive foul, and they start the fourth quarter with good defense. And you look at these two, it's amazing they're only down 14 with that shooting from their 2 All-Stars.
Well, I'm glad we've been bringing this out all throughout the game. We're talking about your 2 players. One guy is in the high 20s, in the mid-20s, and the other guy is averaging 19, and they shoot a decent percentage, but not tonight.
Tony Allen, good hard drive, draws the foul. Grant Hill saying, what, me? And Allen with a chance for a 3-point play. So Hill picks up his second. And Tony Allen, now in his 4th year in the league, a good, strong defender. He's been aggressive offensively. A late first-round pick back in 2004. Played his college ball at Oklahoma State.
Well, he's a nice player, and before his operation on his knee, he was an excellent defender, and he had a lot more mobility. But I like the fact that he seems to be getting stronger each month as the season moves on.
Strawberry. Shot clock down to 6. Again, Celtics have picked it up defensively. Strawberry has to put it up and barely hits the rim.
Now, in the last couple of possessions here, if Phoenix doesn't start screening people, you just can't beat the Celtics off the dribble.
Posey, nice pass. Eddie House set him up beautifully, and just like that, they score the first 4 points of the period.
No, you have to be optimistic, right? If you're coaching in this game and your 2-star guys are struggling, all they have to do is get hot in the last 8 minutes of this game.
Defensive foul. Officials thinking Posey flopped. Grant Hill puts up the jumper. Shot won't go. Ball tipped and taken. 3-on-2.
Got to get a layup.
Allen trying to force it in the pole. They've made a couple of bad decisions in transition.
That time, Eddie House, instead of going for the layup, ran for the 3-point shot in the left-hand corner. And that took away the passing lane for a layup. When you have a 3-on-2, you want the 2 defenders to commit, and then you're looking for the free guy. Unfortunately, the free guy was in the left-hand corner.
You better, you're still playing for the Suns. That's what they're supposed to do when they're playing for Phoenix.
Oh, there it is. There's your layup.
Diaw in pursuit. Allen nearly throws that away. House the 3. Won't go. And here comes Hill. They have numbers the other way now. Nash for 3. In and out. Grant Hill banks in the follow.
Isn't that the way this game is played at the NBA level? It's incredible. You come down the floor, you get a layup opportunity, you get a turnover. You come down again, you have a layup opportunity, you miss a shot. All of a sudden, boom, they score immediately at the other end. You must take advantage. You're on the road, you're struggling offensively. You're throwing away excellent high percentage opportunities.
Shot clock down to 5. Allen,
he doesn't see it. Doesn't see it.
Just gets it off. No, 24-second violation. Allen has made some bad decisions the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, the last 3 possessions, Mike, have been a disaster for the Celtics. You're sitting here and you're down 11. You have a chance to get back down under 10 points. And unfortunately for you, you're not making the plays.
Garnett back in. Garnett is guarding O'Neal. Here's Diaw, gets to the rim. Oh, nice move from Boris Diaw, the lead back to 13.
Now, they had it either way. If the defender left Shaq and came, he could have dropped it off. But if no one is leaving Shaq because Shaq is too easy a target to hit for a dunk.
Garnett gets inside, and a blocking foul. It's going to go against the Suns. Garnett, he may have been out of the game in body, but he was still on their mind. This is him while he was out of the game.
He's never given up. Right? He's in this game all the way.
I mean, he is so into it. And that was after the Celtics missed a chance to score down.
Well, come on. That's only after 3 easy possessions where you should have had a score.
You know, UB, I think in a lot of ways, his team when he was with Minnesota, he missed the playoffs the last 3 years. I think a lot of people forgot just what a special player he is in terms of what he brings in every single night.
Well, I like what Paul Pierce had to say. And he said that it's his presence. His presence, his intensity, his professionalism, how hard he works. He's demanding on the rest of the players to match that. I like that.
Greg Popovich said he's a great player who's a great leader, and there haven't been many of those with the combination. O'Neal in and out. 11-point game with just over 3 minutes gone by here in the fourth with Hubie Brown and Lisa Salters. Mike Breen on hand from Phoenix, Arizona. Garnett. Posey on the pull-up. Celtics are shooting just 34%. Diaw. Hill lost it, able to get it back. And can't get it to fall. Both teams struggling right now, shooting both under 40%. And the Celtics with another turnover. That's their 19th of the game. And it's been a hard-fought battle. Some love for the veterans, the new guys here in Phoenix. Their team's up 11.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Friday, brought to you by the new all Jeep Liberty and Destroy All Humans Big Willie Unleashed in stores February 25th.
Early fourth quarter in Phoenix. As the Suns leading, let's take a look at our Jeep storyline. The Suns defense has been terrific. The Celtics have struggled offensively, have yet to add 20 and a quarter. Pierce and Allen have really struggled shooting the ball. And you look at the rebounding numbers for the Phoenix Suns, plus 18, Yubi.
Now, the Suns are doing a lot of good things, right? But the turnovers for both teams. We've been all over the Phoenix. Phoenix has 22 turnovers, but the Boston Celtics have 18. We have 40 turnovers in this game. We still have 8 minutes to go. I mean, that's a staggering stat because both teams are not noted as high turnover teams.
Nash, Stoudemire. Here's Diaw. Eddie House really fighting to get through screens. Nash gets inside, beating the big man who's fouled as Garnett will pick up his fourth.
That was a beautiful pass. A great move by Nash. Keep an eye. Watch the defender leave. As soon as Perkins leaves, Shaq is such an easy target. But the big thing for Shaq right now is you got to make the foul shots.
He was 3 for 8 Wednesday night as he winces a little bit after that play. He's a little shaken up.
Yep.
This will be his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. You see, good job rebounding. There's also blocked the shot. They'll learn here in Phoenix to hold their breath when he goes to the line.
You're right. Tell you what, though, the big fella's working. He's working hard.
He is very much into doing the right thing for this team, saying all the right things, just trying to fit in, as he says. And he has played hard again tonight. Ray Allen for 3. Puts it in.
They've been waiting.
Boy, have they needed that. And that makes it a 9-point game again.
They're right back. Remember we said before that shot, Pierce and Allen were 2 for 20. and you're still in the game. You have 7.5 minutes.
Oh, what a pass. Diaw to Stoudemire.
Now, that's one of the advantages of Diaw. Not only can he score the ball and defend free, he can play 4 positions, but he is an excellent passer. Next to Nash, he's second in assists on this team.
Garnett spinning. Leans in. Perkins right there, and Perkins puts it in, and a foul.
Well, I thought Shaq definitely got Garnett on that one shot, but it was smart that Perkins came right to the offensive board. Keep an eye here. Now, you're going to see Shaq's going to get him right there. But smart move. Perkins, don't assume anything. Just get on that offensive glass.
6 points, 6 rebounds for Perkins, who he also missed the 3 games before the All-Star break. Strained his left shoulder, and he's trying to work himself back. Hasn't played a lot in the first 2 games since the break. And this is the free throw. Just under 7 minutes left, 4th quarter here in Phoenix. Suns by 9. Diaw gets inside. O'Neal the rebound and gets hammered on his way back up.
Before the trade was made, the Phoenix Suns were 5-11 against the 8 other teams that are fighting for this playoff. They were 30th in offensive rebounding and 30th in defensive rebounding. Since this guy has arrived, all of a sudden, they are dominating the offensive boards and the defensive boards, and it's something which the people have not seen here in quite a while.
O'Neal back to the line. And you look at what they've done against the West top teams, Yubi, and this brings up the reason why this trade.
Absolutely. You just can't brush it off. When they lost the other night to the Lakers, that made them 16-15 against Western teams. You say, well, how can they have the record that they have? Because they dominate the East. They're 21-2 against Eastern teams.
Shaq goes 1 of 2 for the 2nd straight trip, and it's a 10-point game.
Listen, he keeps going 1 and 2, 1 and 2. That's okay. He'll take 1 and 2.
Eddie House, quick 3. Won't go, and long rebound out to Garnett. Perkins not expecting it.
See, that's inexcusable. You have to have your hands up above your waist. You play down inside.
And Ray Allen got bumped. Raja Bell saying, what? That's his 3rd. Phoenix 4th team foul.
It's always interesting when you have young players, because Perkins is a young player. You got to get them to understand, anytime that you're standing around in the lane, please keep your hands up above your waist, because the ball can come to you off the board, off the glass, or a pass in traffic.
Allen, that's a 3. Stoudemire had a good hand up. And Ray Allen now just 2 for 11. 10-point game as we approach the midway point of the 4th. Good defense from Pierce and the steal.
We got 3-on-1.
And Allen lost the handle.
Can you believe this? I mean, you could not write this, all right? A script, people would throw the script out.
Nash for 3 comes right back. Off the 20th turnover by the Celtics, and a standing ovation once again here in Phoenix.
This is a heartbreaker. This is an absolute heartbreaker. You have a 3-on-1 going the other way, and all of a sudden they bring it right back and they score right in your face within a 3 to 4 second thing.
For the Bobcats. Back to you, Mike.
Hi, Mark. Kevin Garnett and the Celtics down 13 in a recent huddle. Doc Rivers trying to get his team all fired up.
These games are great for us, all right? Let's grind the game out. Let's go, baby. Hey, we're on the... Things aren't going well, and we're still in the game, guys. Come on, let's go.
You gotta love that.
Oh, no, absolutely. So he's not giving up, because the star player, Garnett's not giving up. What still has to happen, you have a chance because you are one of the top 3-point percentage shooting teams that we have in the league.
Nice pass. Pierce setting up Garnett. And a lead is 11
Your big three have got to step up here now. You got good defense. Let's see if you can stop and then hold Phoenix to one shot, because Phoenix has hurt you in second shot attempts, 17-5. That's a big advantage.
Stoudemire back out to Diaz. Shot clock winding down. Stoudemire falling backwards. And Ray Allen the rebound. Still plenty of time.
Get one now. You get it. It doesn't have to be a 3. Just get a 2. So you get to swing that momentum.
The Suns one foul away from being in the penalty. House gets in there. High backing shot won't go. O'Neal with his 14th rebound of the game.
Nash played House really well on that. He really did. He did not give him the lane to the basket.
Bell. Shot clock at 5. Nice fake. Diaz pulling it up, puts it in. Diaz made some nice plays here in the fourth quarter.
Well, what they're doing now at the offensive end, Phoenix, is spacing you out. They're running the clock down, and they're taking their time. Their spacing is excellent because as they rotate and pass the ball, your defensive rotation is gambling.
Pierce for 3. Won't go. Pierce has just had a nightmare shooting game. 1 for 12 from the field.
See, Nash is just time. Slow it down, get something good here now. Oh, he's got him pinned.
And Perkins called for a foul.
Well, you know, you just can't stay behind Shaq. When Shaq rolled down in there, watch him set up. See, he puts the arms out like that. There's nothing you can do about that because you are pinned behind. You say, well, what happens if we front him? Well, if you front him, you better jam the passer or he's going to catch a lob and dunk it in your face.
That's the 3rd foul. And you see Grant Hill, back-to-back double-doubles. He's healthy. He's playing great basketball. And his team's up by 13 right now as O'Neal gets a nice ovation. Just 4 points, but 14 rebounds, which ties his season high. He's played 26 minutes.
Now, for coaching staff, they will also give him an applause because he is matched up with Pierce tonight and has not given Pierce a lot of easy looks.
Raja Bell stumbling, shot clock winding down. They kick it, so they'll reset the shot clock to 14.
You must protect now against the lob. You do not want to get a lob in front of the rim. If you have anybody on a catch here now, you can make a catch and dribble and still get a good shot off.
Boston Celtics with an NBA best 41-11 record. One of the better road teams. They're on a tough West Coast trip right now. They've dropped the first 2 games and in danger of losing their 3rd straight. Nash for 3. It's good.
How easy was that? Made that look easy, Mike. Come on. That was a push shot. That was not even a jump shot.
And that equals the largest lead of the game. A 16-point advantage with 3.5 to play. Stoudemire foul. As Bell and Garnett kind of grab each other.
Nash has been really dictating a tempo here. He's just taking his time. And just watch this. All it is just nice and easy. Step in it. But run that clock. Run off the precious seconds.
So Garnett to the line. He's in foul trouble early. With 3:24 remaining.